All right, guys, what's going on? Welcome back to Top Line. It's your boy Chris, and ladies and gentlemen, it's early on a Wednesday morning, and every now and then something hits your little timeline, and you're like, what? I hear two African American men, Shannon Sharpe, who is my favorite of all the podcasters and sports, and Shannon Sharpe is my favorite. Now here Camron. And they go on about how they would not miss. They go in at Rudy Gobert for missing a playoff game for the birth of his child. And they say, I ain't missing no game. I ain't missing no game. Ladies and gentlemen, let me explain something to you. We are talking about millionaires who will legitimately say, I wouldn't miss a game for the birth of my child. See, ladies and gentlemen, it's a lesson here. When it's all about the damn money, when it's all about the damn money, you say stuff like that. You say stuff like that. What ticks me off the most is we're talking about Rudy Gobert missing a playoff game, which is what you need to win for. Ladies and gentlemen, if the Minnesota Timberwolves lose that series because Rudy Gobert missed one game, they was going to lose it anyway. But it go much deeper than this. Let me say, y'all do know the point of getting money, right? I'm just curious. Y'all do know the point of reaching it, because you hear everybody say the same thing. Man, I work hard for my family. Are you though? Because it sounds like you're doing it for yourself. Because the chance to beat up for your family, you're not there. And then I hear people, the baby ain't going to remember. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Well, the baby's going to remember. You're going to remember. So what you're saying is it doesn't matter. You don't care to have that memory. Because you're creating a habit of, hey, you know what? I ain't got to beat up for the birth, man. I got a game. Ain't no game on earth more important than that to me. I'm sorry. But what happens is, and I'm not digging deep into, I don't know these brother finance positions, but what it sounds like to me is people that have been ingrained that you gotta work, that you can't beat up for your own damn family because work is more important. Ladies and gentlemen, work is never more important. When my first daughter, I got 5 kids. When my first daughter was born, I was in Kuwait. Before we got on that plane, the number one thing I said, I must be back for the birth of my child. They said, all right, that's no problem. That's when you'll take your arm off, right there. I said, okay. Everybody else was taking theirs early, nope, I had to be back. You figure it out, you beat up for your child. And let me tell you something, ladies and gentlemen. For people to sit there and say, that's, you know why, damn it, I said, you know why it really ticks me off? Because we're looking at two African-American men. And like I said, I got no problem personally with these dudes. I love their content. I'm going to continue to watch their content. But we got two African-American men that are literally telling you work is more important than your child. You want to say, oh, it's about winning a championship. Ladies and gentlemen, I guarantee if I ask you who's the NBA champion 4 years ago, you're going to have to take some time to think and remember. Let's keep it all the way real now. Let's keep it all the way real. We have done this too much, and it's despicable to me. I want to say something so bad. I want to say things so bad. We got to get better, man. You're going to tell me that the richest man in the world, Bernard Arnault, he can carve out the time throughout the week to sit down and have family meetings with his family about who's going to take over his empire. You look at Gucci, you look at Louis Vuitton, you look at Chanel, you look at all these great companies that is someone's last name. They took the time to mold their kids to take over. It started young, very, very young. Go do your research. I've never heard of none of them missing the birth of their child. You create habits. You create habits. Now, for me, the reason why I'm so disappointed is we think that sitting. Listen, I love you guys. I love my community on YouTube. But for the birth of my child, you will not see my face here. Some of y'all remember when Gabby was born. Some of y'all remember when Gabby was born. And I think during Izzy's birth, I think I did a video from the hospital. I did. But I was there. You're going to tell me that we're criticizing the man, and then we want to say, Camron comes on today and just say, well, oh, it's because he ain't the man of his house. What the fuck? So, and I hate that you said that because you make it sound like men don't care about their damn kid. I love mine, homeboy. I love mine. And I'm going to beat her. Bruh. Ladies and gentlemen, this is what happens. This is what happens when you build a lifestyle that's so damn dependent on your income that you can't take time off. The purpose of having money is to buy back your time. We're talking about millionaires that said, I wouldn't take a day off to go see the birth of my child. What the hell you get the money for? To stunt. To say, I got this. To have chains around my neck. To say, look at my whip. Look at my car. I'm a great this. I'm a great that. And then hop on front of cameras and lie and say it's for your family. But when it's time to show up for your damn family, your ass can't be there. Don't get me started, bro. That was despicable hearing two grown men that I like. Two men that I'm like, cool. Like, Shannon Sharpe is my favorite of all. I'm going to always support her. But that was idiotic to me. Ain't no piece of metal that they can hand you is more important than the birth of my child. Because they're going to hand it to somebody else next year. And the next year, and the next year. Now, in terms of football, I kind of see it a little more with football because it's like you miss one game, it's over. But we're talking about basketball. You got to win 4 out of 7. Y'all, man, y'all clowning. Y'all clowning for that one, bro. But it's a much bigger issue here. I think it's bigger than just, it's a dumb mindset. We don't know how to pour back into our futures while we lose our wealth. We build this wealth, don't know how to pour it back to our future, and it's gone. I don't know, man. That was the dumbest thing I've ever heard. I can't believe that. And if you felt that way, you don't say it. Y'all, and they saying it with brain. Y'all too. I ain't missing no game. I ain't missing no game. I guarantee you what? Know who would miss the game? That owner. That general manager. They'll miss a game for it. They'll miss a game because they know how important it is. See, it shouldn't take some outside entity to make it important to you. It has to be important to you. I can say I've never missed a birthday of any of my kids. And I've been all over this world at the time they was born. I got back for every one of them. I got back for every one of them. But to hear that, it just bothers me. It bothers my soul, man. It's so much more I want to say right now because I think it's a lot deeper than this. And you look at why we're behind. Because we'll prioritize work over important family events like the birth of a child. You'll never get that opportunity to see that again. Watch that life come into this world. What you gonna say? No, I couldn't see it, man. We always, why is that so easy for us? It ain't easy for me. That's why when it comes to all this rap beef stuff, when you start including kids, I get cringe for me. It get cringe for me. When you start including kids, it get really, really cringe. It get really cringe for me. Because, hey, man. If we want to be better, we gotta change that mindset. It gotta be about the future. It can't just be about how many cars you got, how many houses you got. It can't just be about giving the kids drip to be on Instagram. It's gotta be about pouring into them. It gotta be about the life lessons you're teaching them. It gotta be about, man. I remember when you came out. I seen something. I'm gonna tell you something. When you watch the birth of your child, something hit you different. That's yours. That's your baby. So for me, that was the worst thing, man. I just couldn't believe it, man. But anyway, let me know. Maybe y'all feel different. Let me know down in the comments, man. I ain't missed no playoff game. Not especially basketball. When you got 4 more of them. No. With that being said, guys, please like, comment, subscribe to the channel. Till next time, you guys be great, man.